Before we get started with today's video, I just want to say rest in peace to Alex Pretti and send my condolences to his friends and family. He was a man who spent his life caring for others, and ironically, he lost his life caring for others. Okay, so I want to start off by reading the official statement regarding the Alex Pretti shooting from the DHS Twitter page. It reads, and I quote, "At 9:05 CT, as DHS law enforcement officers were conducting a targeted operation in Minneapolis against an illegal alien wanted for a violent assault, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun seen here." Please keep note of what I'm reading. It's going to be very important later on in the video. So they are accusing him of having a 9mm and approaching them. Let me continue. The officers attempted to disarm the suspect, but the armed suspect violently resisted. More details on the armed struggle are forthcoming. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics on scene immediately delivered medical aid to the subject, but was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 magazines and no ID. This looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement. About 200 rioters arrived at the scene and began to obstruct and assault law enforcement on the scene. Crowd control measures were deployed for the safety of the public and law enforcement. The situation is evolving and more information is forthcoming. Okay, right, so you guys heard that. They are saying that Alex Pretti approached them with a handgun, and this is a clip of Greg Bongino repeating said statements.
License. During this operation, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol agents with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The agents attempted to disarm the individual, but he violently resisted. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, a Border Patrol agent fired defensive shots. Medics on the scene immediately delivered medical aid to the subject, but the subject was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 loaded magazines and no accessible ID. This looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement.
All right, so you guys heard that, right? Greg was pressured by the media and he didn't respond well.
Hand that we can see. Bovino and DHS said that an agent with 8 years of Border Patrol experience needed to fire defensively, but when pressed on the videos that contradict his position online, he was quick to deflect, ultimately walking out of today's presser, only answering 2 questions briefly.
Commander, the videos that are publicly available directly contradict the speculation that you are putting out there at the moment. What comment do you have? Commander, there's no video supporting the way that you are addressing this issue.
Got called out on his lives, but don't worry, we gonna break down these videos. We gonna break them down. You guys know how we do on this channel. But anyway, this is the clip, right, of everything before it all popped off.
Things got buried. Yeah, unroll your windows. No, you're just right inside.
So if you guys can see on your screen, this is Alex Pretti, the guy in the black cap. Doesn't look like he has his gun out to me. What you guys think? Let this continue.
Let's go around.
Looks like he was being pushed back by the federal agents, not the other way around.
Fuck off!
So, right, that was that. And now look at this picture. Now, in what world is this a gun? Does this look like a gun to you guys? Looks like a cell phone to me. But anyway, we not done. We got another clip. So as you guys can see in this clip, this is ICE pepper spraying the ever-loving fuck out of Alex Pretti. Doesn't look aggressive to me, nor does he look armed to me. Alex Pretti is trying to protect the woman that is beneath him, who is probably also a protester. At what point is Alex Pretti the aggressor in this situation? I am not seeing it.
Honestly.
I don't see it. Where is he aggressive? He's getting his ass whipped. He's being restrained like a motherfucker by a bunch of agents. Now, this is where the shots rang off. I'm going to skip that part just for YouTube guidelines sake. Don't want this video to get flagged for 18 or over. But this is the point where they erase him. Now, at what point during this whole exchange did Alex Pretti come off to you as the aggressor? Because I didn't see it. I didn't see an aggressive move come from this man at all. Not one. So what the fuck are they talking about? And this is another angle just to go along with what I'm saying. The ICE agent pushes the woman to the ground. Alex Pretti steps in, still holding his phone in his hand. And in the clip, you're going to see one of the agents actually take his gun. As you can see, the agent now has his gun and is running off. That is Alex Pretti's gun in his hand, pardon me. So, how was he armed? Where's the armed part in all of this? Sure, he had a gun on him, legally owned, by the way, legally owned handgun. But where was the armed part, huh? This is the close-up of the agent with Alex Pretti's gun in his hand while he is still on the ground being attacked by ICE. Restrained, attacked, tomato, tomato. Anyway. This is a clip of the ICE agents actually looking for the gun. Now, mind you, this is after they shot him. Now they're asking, where's the gun? The other agents took it, moron. The other agent took it. So, to all of you people who are defending ICE, what part was Alex Pretti aggressive? What part did he point guns at ICE? And don't worry, I have a couple of those idiots. I have two clips from a couple of idiots defending what ICE did today. We're going to get into them now, matter of fact. Speaking of which. Twitter don't even want me to full screen this foolishness. Look at the caption. It reads, and I quote, literally shaking, knowing the only reason Alex Pretti is dead and I'm not is because I'm not a gay R-word who pulled a gun on ICE agents. These people are fucking disgusting. Okay? You people are fucking disgusting. But anyway, I have another clip for another one of these idiots. Let her talk.
Do you know what Renee Good and Alex Pretti have in common? They'd both still be alive today if they weren't resisting arrest. Maybe it's time people stop encouraging violent insurrection against our law enforcement, and if you have an issue, take it up in court, like you're supposed to do. But the more you encourage people to fight against our federal agents, the more people are going to get hurt. If you don't like the laws, change them.
So you guys heard that foolishness. Alex Pretti wasn't fighting. Alex Pretti wasn't resisting, he got his ass whooped. Okay? He got his ass whooped. He had a cell phone in his hand. Now, you can argue that he had no business out there, and had he not been out there protesting, he would still be alive. And you can argue the same thing for Renee Good. I can give you guys that. But for you guys to be lying and saying that Alex Pretti attacked federal agents and attempted to pull a gun on them is a straight up fucking lie. And thank God that we have these things called smartphones and they have these things called cameras, because if it wasn't for all of this video footage that we have available, these people would have probably gotten away with that lie.